Hi cuties, and welcome to the final day of Litmas! We did it. We made it through everything, and today's video is just talking about goals, reviewing a little bit of 2025. I think I want to save a lot more details for January, so that 2025 is actually completed. As some of you know, this year has been one of the roughest years of my life in terms of finances, in terms of relationships, not romantic ones, that's been non-existent, but other kinds of relationships, my housing. So doing the summary is I feel like this would be a really depressing topic, so I don't want to drag down the end of Litmas with just reflecting on a lot of negative things that happened to me this year. Obviously, there are some positives. Obviously, Herked, huge positive. The YouTube kind of exploded a little bit in its own little sphere with all of you joining. Thank you guys so much. I mean, I'm monetized again on YouTube, which is a help, especially with the finance situation that has happened to me this year. Having more Ko-fi subscribers definitely has helped, and just having a bigger reach, more people reading Hispakak and my other works, but mostly Hispakak, which is great because that's the book that I'm kind of the most proud of. And yeah, just making a lot of new closer relationships as well, especially with my mods. I feel very, very close to them. They're more my friends than just my moderators and stuff. I feel like we all chit chat and stuff about our own things more like a friend group than it's not like a business kind of thing. But yeah, so there has been positive. So I have to remind myself of those good positive things when it's very easy to just dwell on all the bad that's happened. So it's hard that way, but I'm trying to look on the brighter side of things. But when I've been through 3 different housing situations this year, which has cost me a lot of money, I've lost a long-term friendship, I've had a lot of disruption in familial relationships as well and things, and just a lot going on. Paul has really been the light for me, just being able to take him out and see him have such good friendships and stuff with all the other dogs. And yeah, it's definitely been, he's been a really, really good part for me. If I didn't have him, I don't want to even think about what my mental state would be. Not good, that's for sure. On that note, what this video is we're going to talk about goals for 2026. Now, in the past, I have done 25 goals of 2025, 24 goals of 2024, etc., etc., etc. We're not doing that this year because I overwhelmed myself, and I'm still going to overwhelm myself. That's without a doubt. Instead of 26 of 2026, I'm doing 6. And they're broader, much broader goals. They do have some ability to quantify, I guess. Some do, not all do. But my first goal for 2026 is audiobooks. Not listening to them, although I will be, but making them. I really need to finish recording Memory of the Hoopaway. I need to get the Hispakak audiobook underway. I've picked most of my narrators. We need to work on production. I need to do a Kickstarter for it because there's no way I can pay these people on my own. That's not happening. I wish I could. I wish I had that ability, but I do not. And I want to pay them what they deserve. So subscribe to my Ko-fi if you want the audiobooks. But yeah, so those 2 are the top priority. If I can continue forward with the rest of Ashport, doing the anthology and a redo of the first book in Ashport, because the quality of the first book is not what I want it to be, because I was using Adobe Audition, and for some reason when it exported, it added a hiss to it, and I cannot remove it no matter how many times. So I feel like I have to fully redo it, or stretch goals in Kickstarter, hire these other voice actors to do Ashport, because I will say it is exhausting doing it myself, and editing it all myself, recording and then editing and recording and then editing. It's a long process, and I gotta admit, not my favorite thing. I'm not very good with audio, as is proven by these last 25 videos here. Audio is my weak spot, and I would like to do better with that, but yeah. So that's goal number 1, is just really putting a focus on getting the audiobooks done. Goal number 2 is getting the debt down. I have student loans. I have personal loans. I have credit card debt. I mean, I'm a millennial. I have all this debt. And I've never seemed to be able to crawl out of it. So this is kind of where you guys come in, if you can help. Now, I am not asking you guys to give me all your money. That would be insane. But because my YouTube has grown, my Discord has grown, if everyone in the Discord donated $1, that would significantly reduce a lot of my stuff. If everybody donates $3, that's an entire loan for me that I have left over to pay. If everybody did $5, that's like my student loans. That's the rest of my student loans paid. If everybody does it just one time. Now that's a trick to get everybody to do it and to be able to have everybody do that. But that's the power you guys have to change a life. And honestly, if this worked and I could get myself in a better place, obviously I'd have a lot more ability to dedicate to other stuff. But it led me to kind of think about we're all this great community. If everyone pitches in $1 and somebody else is in dire need and has loans or something they need to pay off, we kind of could create almost our own crowdsourcing to help other people pay off loans. I don't know everything. It's kind of just in the back of my mind, because we're all suffering so hard. And I'm not the only one. I'm definitely not the worst one off, but this is my platform. So hi, it's me. Weird. But I feel like we as a community could do so much good for each other by donating a bare minimum, $1, and being able to pool that together to help get somebody, including myself, back on their feet, or on their feet for the first time, kind of a thing, helping with that, because the world is a bad, bad place right now, and things are not going well for a lot of people. And I feel like we as a collective have the ability to do good. And it's just a matter of having that done. And I feel like sometimes there's a disconnect with donation and stuff. You don't know the person, you don't know what they're going to do with that money. But if it's $1, what does that matter? Now, $1 can mean, that's not saying that it's not something, but I mean, in this economy, $1 is nothing. $1 can't even get you something at McDonald's. There's nothing on the dollar menu anymore. There's nothing at the dollar store anymore. It's a $1.25 store now, that kind of thing. But I feel like I have a large enough platform, I don't have the largest, but I have a large enough platform right now that we could organize something to help change lives, kind of thing. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. But if you do want to help out me and help me get out of the hole of all of this that has cost me this last year, check out my Ko-fi. If you can subscribe, that's awesome. It's a minimum. I don't think you have to do $3 minimum. I think that's just what it's presets at. I think you can do lower. But if everybody does that, that would significantly change my circumstances. It would help me get out of my parents' house, which brings me to goal number 3, which is move out of my parents' house. I've had to move back here because of the situation that happened to me earlier this year that I'm not going to get into on the internet. But I lost my housing and a friendship, and I had to come back here. I'm living in my parents' basement, and it's kind of a point of shame for me, even though I am very lucky in that sense, because not everybody's families would do that for them, especially if someone of my age. But this is all I got. It's me and Paul, and otherwise we'd be living out of my car. So I am very grateful that I have a roof over my head, but I would like to have one that's just mine. I'd be able to live somewhere that's not this place. Goal number 4 is a little bit more fun. That's just knocking down my crafts backlog. I have so many crafts. I have paint by numbers. I have latch hooks. I have diamond paintings. I have embroidery. I have cross stitch. I have all these crafts that I want to do. So I've written them all down essentially, and I'm going to try to get as many of them as I can done this coming year. That's all. It's just a fun, lot of do your shitstorm stuff's coming, guys. We're going to be doing do your shitstorm's going to come a lot earlier. Okay. And the last 2 goals are both similar, but separate. So they are both about building routines for myself. Because of everything that's happened to me in the last couple of years, I have kind of lost the fire for writing, and I want to get that back. I want to reignite the flame inside. I want to do the Histocac sequel. I want to do it well. I want to write my fun, silly ogre romance. I want to write a bunch of things. So I want to get a better writing routine. I want to get into a better creative routine. So aside from my writing, my YouTube, especially now, again, like I said, I have a bigger platform. I need to up my game. I feel like I don't produce necessarily. I feel like I've been producing the same quality overall, and in Litmas, I feel like my quality went down just with learning how to use these microphones. I'm still learning how to use these microphones. I hope that this microphone is sounding good. I don't know if it is, but I hope it is. I actually don't think I said it correctly. I think I just turned it on and put it in my hair, and I didn't do the thing. But I haven't been screaming a lot, so let's hope it sounds good. I want to get in a better creative routine. Writing, reading is fine. Reading is not a problem for me. But my YouTube, my crafting, and my writing are definitely routines that I need to kind of figure out what's going to work best for me. So I'm probably going to be doing a lot of experimentation in the beginning of the year with a good routine, especially since I do have a full-time job out of this. I do not do this full-time as much as I would love to, but I don't. I work a desk job for 8 hours a day, and it has like a long-ass commute as well. So takes a lot of time out of day. I don't know why I'm doing this accent. The second routine is more about my health and fitness. I have struggled with my weight forever, but particularly in the last few years. I had bariatric surgery a few years ago. I have since gained a lot of it, not all of it back. I'm trying to curb that, but a lot of my body just does not function the way it should in terms of diet. And like, not that that's a bad way to phrase it, but it just doesn't behave in the way that most people think it should when doing health and fitness. And I do have a lot of things that prevent me from doing things that other people do for health and fitness, like changing the diet so much. Partially, there are things I could change for the diet, but everyone who ever recommended me to go vegan or vegetarian, problem with those substitutions, a lot of them are nut-based and avocado-based. I can't eat those things. Exercise. I have some injuries that I can't exercise a certain way. So I need to find better routines that will benefit me. Grant Paul has definitely helped. I go hiking a lot more with him now, but it's winter right now. I'm not going hiking in the winter. I go to the ballpark with him, and that's as close as you're going to get for me. But different routines to get my body in a happier place, both physically and mentally and emotionally. Wanting more, not like, I don't want to be like a wellness girly or anything, because I have some reservations with how that community can be. Not that everyone is, but I've definitely seen some things that I'm like, I'm not buying into this specific thing because of such and such reason. But I would like to give myself just something a little bit more stable. I think that's the thing I'm craving so bad this last year is stability. My life has been so unstable that I feel like having some kind of routines will help me so much in general, because it's something that I myself can control, because everything that has really happened to me has been out of my control. And like I still don't even technically have a job. I am a contractor. I'm not even fully hired on. So that's still an unstable situation for me. And that's just how I feel right now. So if you have recommendations though for better routines and stuff to kind of rebuild some stability in my life, I am very open to hearing those suggestions. But if you tell me to buy more crystals, that's not going to happen. Those are my goals. That's my 6 of 2026. Kind of broad goals. Couple that are like, this is pretty simple, but that's where I'm at with stuff. So let me know what you think. What are you going to be? What's your kind of resolutions or goals for next year? I don't really like to use resolutions because the resolutions tend to be too vague and not achievable, So I made mine a little bit more vague, but a little with kind of in between specific and vague. So something that has quantifiable goals that I can do. I think that's the problem with resolutions is a lot of times people just make a very broad general statement and then they can't stick to it because it's too broad. They don't have a goal plan. They don't have a routine or something. And that's what I need. I need those things. I need details. So yeah, let me know. What do you think of my goals? Cool. Okay. Well, anyway, that's it for Litmas. Thanks for hanging out with me for these last 25 days. I'm going to take a nap now. I'll see you in January, which is not far away, but hopefully I've finished editing these videos with enough time that I can take a small break from the constant editing and filming and editing and filming that I've been doing the past month and a half. So cool. Thanks everybody. Thank you for being here. I am really grateful for you guys. You guys are pretty awesome. I love just how we've grown this year, and you've all really helped me and made me believe in myself a little bit more, because I'm a terrible self-esteem kind of girly, and this has helped. A lot of times I feel like YouTubers and stuff hide a lot of pain, and I don't hide my pain. I tell you guys, hey, I'm not having a good one right now. I will be honest with you about it. I try to be positive, but I will say absolutely 100% having you guys in my communities, on my Discord, or just here in the comments has helped me feel so much better about myself. Not in a weird toxic way where it's like, oh, I have such an ego, but you've made me feel seen. Obviously, you're watching a video and made me feel like a valid person and that my existence is a worthy one. Everyone's is. But when you have really bad depression, it's easy to feel like it's not. So I want to thank you guys for making me feel worthy of your time. And also, if you're feeling that way, you're worthy as well. Please leave a comment if you need it. And I am here to validate you because you are valid and you are worthy and you are loved. Even if I don't know you. And I know that sounds really cheesy and disingenuous because I'm just a thing on a screen, but it's true. Okay? DM me if you need. Okay, I'm going to go now. Thanks for watching me on Litmas. Bye! I'm so far away.